Hey, you may have seen a video that I uploaded called Operation Backyard Brawl. I don't know exactly why it's called that. I'm guessing it's called that because the backyard of these neighborhoods is, your backyard is your forest, your woods, so backyard brawl, Pretty much going out and finding these camps, these secret camps that have been found that have been used to traffic children. Okay? They've been used to traffic children. They found septic tanks. They found children-sized holes, almost like caves, to go down into, and they found rooms down there that looked like children's rooms, but they had, like, crack pipes and bongs. If you know anything about child trafficking, they involve drugs to get the kids loosened up. They get the kids to do cocaine. That's the most common one. They get them to smoke weed. They get them to smoke crack sometimes. They get them to, sometimes do heroin. That's another big one. Even meth. They have all kinds of drugs down there. And they have drugs that you've never heard of before, too. To get these kids either paralyzed or to get them loosened up to where they want to do this, and they can kind of do mind control to turn them into these nymphomaniacs and really horrible stuff. Some of it has to do with MKUltra. We won't go into that. That's a whole nother story. But it's very much connected. I want you to realize all these things are connected. So they found teddy bears down there, kids' toys. They found children's rooms, like I said, down in the caves. They found septic tanks. There was a sniper tower just to make sure nobody fucking leaves. Like a fucking Holocaust camp. Like, for kids. Okay? I've said this once before. Children in this country and in the world are treated the worst. We don't get to do anything, first of all, because we're kids, right? Well, I'm not a kid anymore, but... And they are being trafficked the most, Look at how many kids disappear every fucking year. They're being trafficked. Some of them are being cannibalized, eaten. You don't have to believe that. But what we're talking about now is not cannibalization. What we're talking about now, we're not talking about cannibalism, we're not talking about MKUltra, we're just talking about child trafficking. And you have to know by now that that is real. That happens. Okay? I think we can kind of agree on that. If we can't, then we're more and more fucked than I thought we were. Okay? Because you have to kind of... I'm the type of person that nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me. That I knew they were doing stuff like this. I would have imagined this is how they do it. As a matter of fact, I knew that's how they did it. Okay? And there's a lot of celebrities... They go to Asia, they go to different parts of here, or they go to different islands. They had the Lolita Express. Alex Jones talked about that, but now he doesn't talk about that anymore. He talks about the Lolita Express, but he doesn't talk about all the child trafficking rings. He stopped talking about Pizzagate. He stopped talking about all that stuff. Listen, the currency that these motherfuckers use is children, okay? Obama knows about it. John Podesta knows about it. Hillary Clinton knows about it. And they all use it. They all like kids. They all like to fuck kids. You don't have to believe that. But just understand that these motherfuckers, as cool and smooth and calculated as you think they are really horrible people. Okay? Including Obama. Because Obama doesn't give a fuck. He really doesn't. Not especially about child trafficking. He was involved in it. He got kids shipped over to the White House. He set it up. He did stuff like that. There was an article in the 80s where they were hosing kids down to the White House and giving them tours and stuff. Reagan knew about that shit. Yeah. Reagan's been to the Bohemian Grove. He called them faggots and stuff like that. I think Nixon did too. But Nixon was involved with child trafficking. Nixon had a little girl in his, I think it was a private jet or it was an airplane, who, he did bad things to. Okay? He was a pedophile. Nixon. And there's a lot of those. There's a lot of, fear-mongers, people who are just on power trips. That's all you really see up there. When it comes to Hollywood and the government, it's people on fucking power trips. They treat people like shit. And they think that it feels good. They don't care about emotions. Okay? How I see it is, it's actually depression personified and given a name, given an ego. And they turn it into this thing that is emotionless, just like depression. But instead of it hurting them, they hurt other people with it. Okay? And that's where this power thing comes from. It comes from depression, is really where it comes from. And they've been trafficking children. You know, they've been trafficking children all around the fucking United States, all around the world. These kids are seeing the whole world, and they're getting trafficked, and they're getting, you know, raped, okay? Murdered, cannibalized. Like I said before, you don't have to believe that if it's too much for you, but it's the truth. And Hillary Clinton knows about this. The Clinton Foundation, a lot of children went missing in Haiti when they were down there. They stole children from Haiti, you know, like they did that. There's slavery that still happens with black children. There's still shoe factories. Nike uses child factories. Nike. Michael Jordan doesn't give a fuck about none of this. I mean, honestly, most people don't give a fuck. But you know what? I don't want to live in a world where they traffic children at all with these fucking little camps, okay? It's really disturbing. It makes me really, really angry, okay? No child should have to go through that, alright? Ever. And I sound like a broken record. And I sound like everybody, because that's what everybody says. But you know what? I actually want to do something about it. If I could take time off from my life and you wouldn't see me for like a year, I'd be out there doing something. I just don't know how to do that yet, okay? Because it's not just in Washington. It's everywhere. It's here in Florida. Florida is one of the points of the triangle. Right here in Florida, okay? And I know there are kids that have been trafficked and now they're Instagram famous. They're famous on Instagram now. Every day they come to school, oh, I'm sad or I'm depressed. And, you know, oh, I hate this, I hate that. And their teachers would yell at them and not have any empathy. And it's like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with these kids? And then I see them on Instagram, and they got like thousands of followers, millions of followers. Whoa, I remember you. Oh, you don't remember me, but I remember you.